Few quick reminders about all those like potential detailed tools that we were exposed to that you might have forgotten, just to kind of give you some reminders here. So number one, don't forget, if you double click on your arrow, you have camera-based selection. Tap your neighbor and say camera-based selection. Camera-based selection, right? What that does is, if it's checked on and I drag a box, if I go to like vertex mode here, if I go to vertex mode and choose, and I drag a box over those two, I don't select the ones behind it when I have that checked on. If I have it checked off and I drag a box behind it, right, then it selects everything through the object, so I can get the front and the back, which is really handy to do, especially when you want to like manipulate corners, right? So if I wanted to adjust that corner to fit where I want it to be, and then adjust this corner, oops, right? So I can grab these vertices here and move that. It makes it easier to grab sets of vertices if you turn off camera-based selection. But sometimes you want it on when you're selecting faces. It all depends on your situation. Don't forget, this is your next one, we have the snap magnets. Tap your neighbor and say snap magnets. Snap magnets, right? Those are these up here, the snap tools. They look like magnets. That's why I call them snap magnets. Remember, those are really good to snap to the grid to flatten something out, right? Don't forget to turn them off, right? That's the other trick. You got to turn them on and you turn them off. So snapping was a really good way to flatten things out to make sure things are precise. I like to flatten something out along the grid, and then I like to push it back, okay? A few other tricks of the trade, camera-based selection. And then when you get to extruding, right-click, go to face mode. When you get to extruding, don't forget you have global versus local. And someone always wants to ask, what's the difference again, Mr. G? So I'm going to grab these 6 faces. And sometimes global's better, sometimes local's better. Okay? So if I have those 6 faces and I hit extrude, Command E, if I keep it local and I move it, it moves every face relative to its center point. So when I pull this forward now with the blue arrow, these 3 faces are going to move up and out this way. These 3 faces are going to move up and out that way, and it makes it bigger, right? Sometimes you want to do that. Other times, you want to do global. So I hit the global switch, and now when I pull it up, they're all going to move in the same direction. So it's like a uniform movement versus an individual form movement. And since I'm on extrusion, please remember, you have to undo several times after an extrusion, right? So you might want to double check and hit 3 mode and make sure you don't have any random weird faces. Because remember, class, this happens. Everyone look. Everyone look. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I hit extrude. I pull, oh wait, I didn't want to extrude that. I wanted to extrude something different. So I hit undo. Click off of it. It's already moved back, right? So now I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I hit extrude, Command E. That's the one I want to use. Oops, and if I hit global, you got a hint of it right there. But if I hit global, you won't see the problem, right? And then I go about down here and I hit extrude, right? And then I go over here and I hit extrude. And it looks like everything's great. And then I hit 3 mode, right? I'm going to hit 3, right? That's because when I hit undo, I didn't undo the extrude. I only undid the move. So remember, double check, hit 3 now. Hopefully you don't have a heart attack, right? So remember, when you extrude and you notice you made a mistake with extrude, Command E. If you're not in 3 mode and you don't notice the mistake, remember, you have to hit undo several times. I undo the move, but the extrusion is still there. So I hit undo again, and now the extrusion is gone. Now the extrusion is gone. Does that make sense? That was a problem several of you and I come across it too. There's ways to fix it. The best way right now is to just be attentive to it and undo, be very aware of it. There are ways to fix it with target weld and other little tricks. Okay. Sweet. That's a 5-minute reminder video. Love it. I'm going to float around again for questions. You still got another like 15 minutes. Keep at it, bros.